right, today we want to touch on a topic that we're starting to get a lot of questions about, and it's a topic that a lot of people are going to have questions about in the coming years. Hopefully they watch this video and they realize that there could be some tax implications before they find out when it's too late. And that question is about canceled debt. If I have debt that is canceled, meaning I don't have to pay it back anymore, how does that affect me from a tax standpoint? Or more importantly, a lot of people don't realize that it could affect them from a tax standpoint. So the main concept here is that for whatever the circumstances may be, you may have a creditor that no longer requires you to pay them back. This could be a debt, this could be a loan, possibly a mortgage. Maybe you took out a loan for the business and they determine that they can no longer collect that, or for whatever the reason may be, they canceled it and you no longer have to pay it back. Now, there's an exception to every single rule. Highly recommend talking to a tax professional. But the basics go that if you have debt that is canceled, meaning you have an outstanding loan that no longer needs to be paid back, you are going to have to report that as taxable income. The company is going to send you a 1099-C. That 1099-C is similar to a tax document you get for other taxable income, like a 1099 miscellaneous. Maybe you get a W-2 from your employer that shows your taxable wages. The 1099-C is going to show that amount forgiven as income. So as an example, if you have a $10,000 debt that the creditor no longer needs you to pay back, they cancel it, that's the equivalent as you being paid $10,000 because you no longer have to pay it back. That amount that's forgiven will have taxes that you need to pay on it. So this could become as a huge surprise for a lot of people because you may not be receiving the income at that time. It can be a little confusing and you may not be expecting to pay that amount back or at least the taxes on that amount come tax time. So, as mentioned, there's a lot of different scenarios where sometimes you may not have to pay it back. A lot of the loans that have come out in 2020 due to COVID-19, there's still guidance that hasn't determined if any of these forgiven loan amounts are going to have to be paid back or not. So you're going to want to stay up to date and make sure to continue to check in with us to find out if you're going to have to pay taxes. As always, if you have any questions, reach out down below. Schedule a meeting with us. We always do an initial call free of charge to find out about your questions and see if there's any way that we can help you.